In the 11th and 12th centuries, in north and central India, great temples were being made in the Nagara style. The Dravid or South Indian style prevailed in magnificent temples which were being constructed in Tamil Nadu. In the Deccan, which lay in between North and South India, hill chieftains named the Hoysalas were gradually coming into power and creating a kingdom in southern Karnataka. Hoysala history is clear from the time of Vishnu Vardhana, who ruled from 1108 to 1142. Inscriptions show that the king, his wife and his ministers were generous patrons of temples. King Vishnu Vardhana defeated the imperial Cholas in 1116. This was a landmark in the establishment of his dynasty. To commemorate his victory, he built the temple of Keshava or Chenna Keshava at Belur in present-day Karnataka. He named it the Vijay Narayana or the Victorious Vishnu. The temple is a classic example of the ornate style of temple art under the Hoysalas. They inherited a rich tradition of temple building from the dynasties before them, the Chalukyas and the Cholas. The Chalukyas had made magnificent temples at Pattadakkal in the 8th century and at other sites. Further south, the Cholas had created great temples in the region of Tamil Nadu. The Hoysalas borrowed freely from both traditions and created a style which is a rich blend of northern and southern influences.
Vishnuvardhana, who was a subordinate of the Chalukyan ruler, who fought endlessly against the Chalukyas in the Chalukyan territory and nearly won most of the battles, felt at the end probably that while he could rebuild an empire which was earlier was the monopoly of the Chalukyas, whether he would be able to rebuild the kind of an empire which they had built up in terms of decorating his entire landscape with beautiful temples. That was the question. He didn't want to appropriate the territory, but he wanted to appropriate their cultural skill also, their culture also, their art also. So during the long marches that he had in the Chalukyan territory, he could not help but wonder at the marvelous temples there. So when he ascertained his power, independence, and he established a new capital, the first thing that happened to him was to create something which the Chalukyas had created in his own empire.
The Keshava temple, dedicated in 1117, stands in a large courtyard. It has a pillared mandapa or hall, an antechamber and a shrine. It rests on a plinth which follows the shape of the temple itself. The shikhara or tower of the temple is no longer there, which gives a flat appearance to the structure today. The mandapa would originally have been a pillared open hall. The later Hoysala king, Balala II, added carved window screens. These give the mandapa a more closed feeling now. Such screens continue the tradition of Western Chalukyan temples in the Deccan, such as the Lad Khan in Aihole. The exterior of the temple is more profusely sculpted than